Okay, well, I'm working on the pink band project today, and I got started a little late. I put this in there already, and this is what we're going to work on next. Try to get this fixed. I think I'm going to need more equipment for this one. I think I'm going to need more equipment for this. Hold on. Okay, here we go again. See what we can do with this. And that whole piece is coming off. I don't know, we might be replacing all this. That whole chunk is coming out of there. Okay. We're working on the pink band project here. First, I'm trying to glue this back in. This piece. So I won't have to replace this whole thing. And man, that's about a month's worth of work right there. Or more. And we're working on the pink band project. Like I said, I got started late. So, hopefully, this I need some more toilet paper. I have to go and get some. This is me right here. I'm working on the pink band project right now. And I hope if this doesn't work, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take that whole door apart inside there and bang all of this back out. Which, man, that's going to be a month's worth of work if I have to do that. Hopefully this will work. This back, it doesn't seem to have a problem here. So we're going to see. I don't know, maybe we'll bolt that together or something. I don't know. Put a bolt through there or something like that. I might do that. I don't know. We'll see how this works. But anyway, we're working on the pink band project right now. And let me show you that right there. Right there. That's actually, I glued that back in place with this plain old liquid nails, actually. Here I am. We're working on the pink band project here. I ain't got a lot of time left. Kind of messed up today. Wow. We got a giant hole there. Kind of messed up today. We're working on the pink band project right now. Man, there's a giant hole right here. Hold on. Trying to get this before dark hits. Tomorrow I'm going to be very busy. I'm going to have to lean, hold on. I have to lean on the floor. I got a thing for that right here. A couple of them. I'm going to have to lean on the floor here to do this. We're working on the pink band project. This is pretty much how it's done, right here. Man, I'm telling you, that is not good looking. Pretty much how it's done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this out. Hold on. I'm gonna have to break that off. Okay. We got that in. Let's get it up a little bit there. This is pretty much how it's done right here. That's about the best you're gonna do with this. Try to get this. Might have to put another piece down there. Man, this is about the best. This is rotten. I mean, totally rotten. All the way. I don't have a lot of time to work with this today. Fortunately, I messed up today. There. Whoa, too far. Too far. Too far. Hold on. We pushed it too far. There. We're still going to have to put more on there because the bottom needs to be filled. This is pretty much how this thing is done right here, the way you're looking at it. Might need to get more cardboard. We ain't got a lot of daylight left. Unfortunately, I messed up today. We put cardboard in this first, sort of like this. Man, this is worse than the spot on the side here. We put cardboard in here first, give it something to adhere to, because we're doing bondo on this here. Right there, that should give it something to adhere to. Right there. And that's pretty much as good as you're going to get it, right there. We'll make the bondo and we start. Shouldn't be that hard to make the bondo here. That's pretty much, we're doing a pink dent project right here. So let's come along right here and I'll show you. Here it is mixing the stuff up. So I'm not going to have a lot of time. This is loose. Hold on. Right there. This is the way we mix the stuff up. It's getting cold outside. This is one. Doesn't need much stuff. And we gotta mix the ingredients here. I forgot about that. It's getting chilly out now. So this stuff only works to 60 degrees. I'm not going to need that much. Once it gets cold out, you have to quit because this stuff is not pliable. Now that's about all we're mixing up right now. Right there. I mean, pretty much. Wow, boy, that was a mistake. Here, put it. I don't know where. I didn't plan for that. Here, let's get the metal one. Here it is. And this is how we do it right here. And then we put it on this car. We have to be ready here. We've got to be ready to put that on very quickly. Yeah, we got to put some there too. Alright, here's how they're mixing this. That should be enough for that. We want it to dry quickly because it's getting cold out here now. And this is how you mix this right here. You can see this. Gonna mix this uniform like this with a kind of a reddish, grayish color here. This is pretty much how you do this. It only gives you about 5 minutes worth of working time here, so we gotta act quickly. And that's pretty much right there. So we move. Here, I'm gonna put you there real quickly so you can watch this. Okay, here we go. We gotta move quickly with this. This is pretty much how it's done. You gotta move very, very quickly with this stuff because it dries very quickly. See, we put this over the top like this. And like I said, this stuff dries very fast. Very quickly indeed, this stuff dries. And we got a doozy here, brother. We're gonna have to do a couple of these. See, we're starting to harden already with this. That's how fast that stuff dries. And we want to put a little bit here. And we'll take care of that later. Okay. So this is pretty much, it has to be done this quickly. We're going to have to mix up another batch. That's how quickly it goes on. Working on the pink band project. Well, how did this get this rusty? I don't know. Here, let's this way. I'm gonna pull that underneath there like this. Now we're gonna have to make another batch of this stuff. This is just a starter, you know, this is getting dry. Need some TP. Okay, that's the start right there. You see, oh, you see how that's done? That's the starter batch right there. Right there is the start right there, because that's drying already, see? I need to go in and get some TP, so I'm gonna hold off, let you, leave you with this. See that right there? Yep, and that right there, okay. Alright, well, here's how she looks so far. This is pretty much glued back in, I think. There's gonna have to be some. We're gonna take it down somewhat though. I hope that stays in there. I sure don't want to have to do it the other way. We gotta put a little bit more here. And here. And actually at the bottom too. So I guess let's do it. Let's do that. Alright. You with me here? It is getting dark. And we're going to mix up another batch of this good stuff here. Not a very big one, just about this much. I don't even know if you can mix up this much, but we're going to sure try. Because I don't need very much. And we're working on the pink band project here, right here today. I don't need much. working on the pink band project today. Unfortunately, I didn't get started till late. I have to apologize to myself for that one. But anyway, here we go. This is what we're going to be mixing up. Right there. And here we go. I should not need this much. It'll probably be extra, but let's stick it on the bottom. If it's extra. It's hard for this stuff to dry. This is supposed to be 60 to 70 degrees before this stuff dries. And that's why I'm having a hard time getting it to dry. You don't want to do this until it's 70. It should still dry. But don't make a habit out of doing this unless it's, well, between 60 and 70. Here we go. We're ready to go right here, right now. So go ahead and watch me right here, right now. Here's how it's done. Okay, here we are working on the pink band project. We're not going to need this much stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on there anyway. You can always take it off later. Put some more there. And here. In fact, we're going to put it all up and down. We can always smooth it out later. That's what the sandpaper is for. So we're going to put the excess on here, because we don't want this coming off. And let's see, on the bottom here, we're going to need some right here. Not because, just because it's split right there. We're going to put some on there, and we can always take it off. You can always take it off later. Okay, that bottom is dry now. So here's what we're doing. We're putting this on right here. This one should dry quickly. And we can always take this off later. So, open the door. I know you can't see this here, but I haven't got time to move the camera because this stuff dries too hard, so I'll talk you through it. We're putting this stuff on up here right now over this. Right over this. Boy, I don't know how this got this rusty. Somebody didn't take care of something here. It was this way before I got it, so it wasn't me. Somebody else let this get this bad. So, yeah, we're putting this in there like this. Should have mixed up more. Man, this over here is really, I don't even know if this is gonna work. We're running out of daylight here. Step one is the messy part. I haven't got any grass to. This is the messy part right here. And we'll work on the pink band project right here. And we got that in there, so. No, there's a. Yeah, that doesn't all look good at all up there. I'm gonna have to. Let me see. Yeah, that's just rusty up there. Get the paint out and paint that part up there, but I put some putty under it anyway. We're going to get the next batch. We're going to make it up. So here we are. I'm working on the pink band project right here today. And we got started late, but we've made a pretty good amount of progress because all of that has to dry because I can't do anything with it till it dries. So all of this has to dry. So far, that one has to dry 24 hours. Cleaning the equipment up here. Daylight is leaving. So once it reaches 60, we have to stop on this. Okay, what are we doing here? Can you see that right there? See that? Right there. That's the part we're doing right now. Okay, here we are right here. See this right there? That's been glued back in and stuff. This piece here, that has to dry 24 hours, and I put some more stuff here. This right here, I don't know how this got this bad. I wouldn't have never let it get that bad, but that was that way before I got it. So that has to dry more time than I got tonight. See, it's almost dark. This has to dry. Then I've got to run a sander over the top of this thing, and I've got to take it down level with this because I glued that in. So that's what we're doing right now with the pink van project right here. All right, now I want you to watch how this is done. So take this, call this a cheese grater, and you take the top portion of this off like this. You do it while it's in this, before it dries too quickly. You don't do it very much, but you do this, take the top portion off. The rest of it you have to sand. So this takes the top portion. It's not exactly dry yet, but this smooths it out for the sander. Gonna have to do it the hard way. Yeah, we need more on this under here. The rest is done with this power sander. This just starts it. You do this while it's drying, like this. When it's dry. You wait till tomorrow to do this, you're gonna have a hard time. We're shaping it with this, see? That just shapes it, the sander does the rest. Inside it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter outside. I'm not gonna worry about inside the door. This is just shaping it. And we're working on the pink van project. We need some more of this stuff, I can see. Yeah, we're gonna need some more, I think. You can always take it back off, right? The rest of it's done by sander here. I'm gonna put some more in there. Well, wait a minute, this. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little more in there. I'm gonna mix me up a little more. I think we could use a little more in there. Not much, but a little. Yeah, most definitely. Okay, we got us another batch mixed up here. Another batch of good stuff. Ow, 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 what am I stepping on? Oh, I busted that. Yeah, that would have fit perfectly. We got another batch of this stuff fixed up here. We're gonna add some to this. Try to shape this a little bit. This stuff don't last very long. So you gotta shape it quickly. And it definitely needed another batch. So we're gonna put this on and try to get this solid here. Try to get that. Ow, 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 ow. We need some more. What's this? We need some more underneath here. We need some more at the bottom here. Man, a lot of work time with this, I'll tell you. You got like a minute if you got anything for working with this kind of stuff, especially when you put more hardener in it, because I put more hardener in it because I want it to dry faster, because once this drops below 60, this stuff isn't going to work anymore. So here we are. It's doing pretty good there, see? And we're pretty close to 60 right now. Once it passes 60, this stuff is just gonna, it isn't gonna dry. Let me put it that way. Because it has to be above 60 for this stuff to work. We're already getting hard, see? It's already getting choppy with this stuff. Let me close this. See how that works? There you go, and that's where we're going to put this. Hell no, we can't put nothing on that here. Well, we could right here, I guess. Could put it right there, I guess. That's a good start. And this is how it's done right here. That's hard already. See, you got like a couple of minutes tops to do this, to work with this stuff. And I put more hardener in this because I want it to dry quicker, so yeah, pretty good start right there. And we're getting choppy here with this. But that's okay. All right, that's it. That's it for tonight with this stuff. I'm going to be lucky if this dries, because it has to be 60 or above for this stuff to dry. And last I checked, it was about 60. So that should dry, but we ain't doing any more. So there we are. I put a little bit right there, and the rest of it down there. And here I am. We're doing the pink band project today, and I'll tell you, we did pretty good. I'll tell you right there, because provided this stuff and this stuff holds right here, all it should be is sanding it down and then painting it with primer and stuff, and then paint, and then we're ready. Well, that's not the only spot, but there's some minor spots. But here I am with the pink band project today. Alright, here's the last part of what we're doing on this tonight. That's with this. Just to scrape this out a little bit. I guess we gotta do this the hard way. We have to do this while it's wet. Not wet, but right after it dries. Doing it with this is, I call this a cheese grater. At least that's what they used to call it. That's what I call it. It shapes this, and you know, anybody who puts your bondo knows what this does. Kind of shapes it out. Makes it easier for the sander. So, yeah, we gotta go underneath it. This sort of shapes it close to where you want it. Far from the final product. And usually you want to do that the first day, because you try to come back and do this a couple of days from now, and it's going to be a hard job. So I want to shape it now, because I'm pretty sure it's below 60 now, and you cannot, I guess you can do it when it's below 60, but I wouldn't recommend it. I see some more spots that needs some stuff in it, but we'll have to do that later. See? That shaped it pretty good right there. I'm not worried about in here, because this is inside the car. I'm just worried about this out here. I'm about out of light. The rest of it needs to be done with the sander. This is the shaper. Oh, we got some underneath. Yep, we're pretty good there. See? That's just the shaper. Yeah. All this go over with a sander. But that's it for tonight, honey. Okay. Double check here. And we're doing this the pink band project. Actually, we need, I know why this isn't working. Need something under this. Hold on. Hold on. I got one. Got a knife there somewhere. I know why this ain't working good. This needs to be elevated a little bit right here. There we go. That's why it ain't working good. Now, hold on. This needs to be elevated a little bit. Well, at least that's what I do all the time. Now we got it. Pink band project. Right here tonight. Unfortunately, I felt sick earlier today, so I couldn't do too much more else. But, and it's above, I'm pretty sure it's below 60 now, so can't really do anything below 60. I need something metal there, but I don't have time to go get it. That's pretty good. The rest of it we'll do with the sander. Better than it was, right? That's all she wrote. Well, friends, well, everyone, that's all she wrote for tonight. As you can see, here's the finished product right here. For right now. Hopefully this big piece stays in there, because I glued it in there. It takes 24 hours to dry. There's the finished product right there. And that's the actually only bad spot on this thing. So once we get that done, we're pretty much done, except for taking these letterings off, which you see I've already started with that. So, from me to you, there's a pink band project right here tonight. And we'll pick up where we left off after all of this has dried. Alrighty? So, until then, I will see you then. Thank you for joining me, and we're getting this done. Thank you.